and I'm the MC.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Can't hear the
sir.
clapping and stuff.
Ain't nothing like a good acquaintance when you have a guest in the house.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
So Mono down here with us for the second time, and we got a lot to talk about today. We got another very special guest here, but they off camera, but we introduced them at a later date. Miss Valerie McCall.
Okay.
So, Mono, give me a little bit about your safety program that you would try to like to implement, that you feel that it can help a lot of people that's out here in the streets if something like may transpire while they, out in the streets.
Yeah, you pretty much want me to pick up where we left off at, because we had a verbal conversation one day. We was just kicking the Willy Bobo,
Right.
and just talking, and I was telling you about a time that I ran a clothing store on Kinsman, and that thought process came to me back in '95, whereas the kids was coming home from school, because Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton was right across the street.
Right.
It was still in effect. I think it was from 6th to the 8th grade or something. But during that time, somebody had asked me about making my business a safe house, to where if the kids wanted to stop at my place, if they was getting in trouble, getting into a fight, needed somewhere to go real quick to call their parents or whatever the case may be,
Right.
my door was always open,
Right.
as long as I was open for business.
Right.
Yeah. I got a habit with that.
you
That
gotta-
camera should be like right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, we got to keep right here for right
Yeah.
now, because they told me, like, hey, man, make sure you're looking at the camera.
Right.
We had one segment, our backs were turned the whole time. But
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. I just want you to know.
I
So
need
the
to
people
turn
can
my
see your
chair.
face, man.
I need to turn my chair some more.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
So, yeah.
what do you mean by a safe place? Okay, so if my kids walking home from school and some guys chasing them or whatever, just say a freak or a creep or something pull up in the van and try to get them in the car or something, they wanted you to have your business as the location they can come to.
Right. But not even so much my business, but all businesses throughout Greater Cleveland, throughout Ohio, throughout the country.
So you put a sticker in their window saying, yeah,
There you go. So it's been talked about. That was one of the things that we talked about, was getting some type of logo or decal on your window, door, or whatever the case may be. So
Right. Yeah, that's
like Crown Watches.
yeah. So when somebody is having trouble, it can be anybody,
Right.
kids, adults. They need to come someplace real quick where they can, have a safe house, a safe place where they can make a phone call. But yeah, this should be implemented across the United States now. At this point right now, I think I'm coining this, and I think all these conversations is copywritten. I meant to ask you that. Well, it better be copywritten, because if somebody else steal this idea.
Well, you can copyright it right now.
We
You said
copywriting
that,
it right now. Cleveland Safe House. I just got to come up with the logo to, like I said, implement basically. Somebody's getting in trouble, they can look on your door and be like, oh yeah, I can go in here real quick. I'm having trouble, talk to the owner, see if I can make a phone call, or see if they can just, keep me safe for a hot minute until my parents come or the police.
That sounds good. So, Val, even though you're not on camera, can you chime in on that? We can still hear you. What would you think? How that, since you're coming from that type of background?
I think it's a great idea. I think that it is a great idea, and I think that it is something that can take off, and it's not so far out of the reach of making this a reality. So I'm taking notes, and I'll reflect back after the session. But I think it's great, and I think having you lead that and get other businesses involved, it gets back to it takes a community to raise our children mentality that we've lost sight of. And with so much going on in the world today, we have kids that are coming up missing. A lot of people don't know this. Cleveland is one of the #1 places where people are getting trafficked out of. And so having you promote that, lead that, and say, let's all do this together, it's not too far-fetched. So I like the idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
So-
Val just put me on
Oh yeah.
on ear.
Yeah, y'all, so we'll keep you posted with that. So, you know, that's where we're taking it. And that's the type of platform that Mono want to implement coming up real soon.
And just for the record, we can help you in a minute. That was my call for talking niggas. No, just playing.
Okay,
But
yeah.
no, but I think it's a good idea. We can help you. we can actually help you.
Yeah, I'm learning the hard way when it comes to business, anything that you're trying to put together, organization, whatever. That a lot of times you just can't do everything by yourself. You know, you need help with this, you need help with that. Coming up with the design, I came up, or I thought about anyway, was as far as the logo, making it look like a house with the colors of our African flag, which is the red, black, and the green.
Right there.
Yeah, the colors of the.
Matter of fact, I got a little bracelet that the
Okay, yeah, the red, black, and green
Okay.
colors in it. But yeah, having those colors, having it bright enough to where people can see it. Yeah,
I'm with that, man. It sounds real good, and it sounds very, prosperous.
yeah. Because it don't take a lot. It don't take a lot. It just takes a start.
Right.
And the way I see it is, if one person can help one person,
Right.
you know, let
Yeah,
that
that's
trickle.
Yeah, 1 + 1 2.
Yeah.
2 + 2 4.
Yeah.
Let it do it like that.
Let it trickle
I feel
on
you like
down.
that. I feel you.
Let it trickle on down.
Yeah. So my next question to you is, we was discussing business, and we was talking about how you quit your job
Right,
to start your tow truck business,
right.
but from your tow truck business, you started a car lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, present time right now, you've been in the car business for how long?
10 plus years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
on
you.
that milestone. That's a lot for a car lot. So anybody that's interested in doing some type of car lot, what would you tell them what would they need to do? What would be the necessary steps?
Basically, is to get an establishment. This again, we back to Free Game Friday with this open mic Saturday.
Yeah, we just want to give people a little inspiration, because
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
a couple of people that just was, they asked me, man, I want
Okay.
to do the car thing. When I tell them I don't do the car thing no more.
Right,
You feel
right,
me?
right,
But I said
right.
I got my guy.
That's right.
Who I can recommend.
That's
So
right.
My guy's here.
Yeah, I'm about to give up the free game, man. How you get started in the car business in Cleveland? First of all, you get your name that you want, you get your LLC, you get your bank account set up, you submit your application.
So who you submit your application to? Where would they look?
Basically-
you got to give them the steps to where they got to go. You just can't.
It's
know what I'm saying?
it's been 10 plus years since I applied for my dealer's license.
Yeah,
so
but
I
it's
don't
still
know.
the same, the state of Ohio. You
I-
just go to their website, and I'm sure you can go to. You type in dealer's license, and it should give you. Cleve, where that book at that we got? We got the book. Oh, nephew got it.
Nephew got it.
Yeah. So it's basically, if you're interested, you have to be able to go to the site, and you should be able to download the application, or you may be able to do it right online.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to incorporate first, or LLC, however you want to do it. You got to do that, and you don't have to hire nobody to do it. You can do it yourself. It's simple. I do all my own. All you do is go to the State of Ohio website, click on businesses. Once you get to the business site, you click on names and make sure that whatever name you come up with is available. Once they tell you that's available, then you set up your little email and just fill out the little questionnaire, 10 questions, and pay the little $85, and boom, you got you an LLC just that quick.
Right. Prices may change. Prices may
Right?
vary.
Right. Yeah,
Don't quote.
me. Yeah, don't quote me on that.
That's right.
I don't want no hates.
Yeah,
by
'cause like
inbox. You said it was 85. It was 89.
Right. Because I'm gonna tell you, 10 plus years ago when I did mine, it was like $1.25. That's $125 for
Right.
you people that you don't know what a buck is. But yeah, that was 10 plus years ago. But again, you do that, whichever you want to do first. Find an establishment. Make sure that the establishment is zoned first of all, for car lots, for whatever it is you're trying to do.
Hey, you-
And if it's not,
Oh, they put you out business quick.
pro tip, go talk to your council person. Go get in touch with your council person to make sure that your council person is okay with the business that you are allowed. Man, you gonna give me some liquor. You gonna get a whole lot up out of me. I'm telling you, I'm about to give you a whole bunch of game. Believe that.
Hold on one second.
I'm over here side living. You're giving some very important advice. Zoning is key. A lot of people don't realize when you start a business and you want to start something, you need to check the zoning in the neighborhood. You should be talking to your local council person because you also want to make sure that the business that you're starting is something that the community wants in their neighborhood. NIMBY, not in my backyard, is real. And so if you decide you want to start something and people may think, okay, this is not a good business, but you're trying to run a legitimate business, zoning can block you out of a lot of things.
Say that one more time. Would you say
Zoning.
NIMBY? What'd you say?
NIMBY.
NIMBY.
Not in my backyard.
Not
NIMBY.
in my backyard.
That is-
So NIMBY is important. A lot of people do the NIMBY syndrome. They don't want something in their backyard, right? And they may think it's something, no offense, I'm very active in my community. I'm very active politically, and I'm very active in my ward. And so a car lot on 93rd Street may not be what I want. It may not be what
I'm glad I
residents
can get
want.
one over there.
But however, if they know you're a legit businessman, you're running a safe space haven too, and you want to benefit the community, the residents will, as long as you can articulate that to them, to your point, you're giving some very, all I want to do is put an exclamation point behind what you're saying. Talk to your council person and understand the zoning.
What y'all do?
You're giving great advice. So anybody listening, take his advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Please.
why he here.
Please
That's
listen.
why I have you guys here with me today
You got something
to
to do?
give great advice to be successful. And
Yes.
That's what people want to hear sometimes. Everybody always got a sad story, but really, where's the ones that have a great story? Not after you done went through something, sadness and all of that. Where's the ones that's, like the everyday people that's out here that's doing their thing every day? You only hear about them at the end at a funeral or something like that. So that's why I got you here, brother, because I know you got very interesting things to say. But not only that, you're a successful business person, and there's a lot of people that try businesses, don't succeed, but have the talent, but don't know how to continue to move forward. They don't have the right guidance sometimes. They don't have the right people surrounding them. So all of that means a lot.
Yeah. Piggyback on what you just said, having a well-rounded circle, and when I say well-rounded, I mean you can have everybody in your circle: a doctor, a lawyer, a thug, a crook, a mentor. When I say well-rounded, I'm talking about well-rounded. Sometimes you need to have everybody in your circle, but just know how to balance that circle.
Yeah, because each one of those different parts have a meaning and a place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you watched on Hulu, Wu-Tang. I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you see how they had, each one of them was different, but
Yeah.
everyone played a part in there. You understand what I'm saying? To take
Right.
it to that next level. And each one of those guys was different. So that's why I understand you gotta have everything from it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. One
you
of the
might
key-
see me, I might have a drunk with me, I might have
Yeah.
but he play a part, man. That's what he like to do, but he gonna do his job. You
One
feel me?
of the key notes in that documentary of the Wu-Tang Clan was everybody's voice was a different instrument.
Exactly.
But now we can get into that later. But back to the circle, everybody in your circle is basically a different instrument that you're going to
Exactly.
need somewhere along the life. I mean, and then the famous saying is that you can learn a lot from a dummy. So, whichever the case may be, whether they smarter than you or dumber than you, you're going to learn something from somebody else.
Right.
Regardless, we all different. So,
Right.
but back to the answering your question, as far as on how to start a car lot. You still want to get that?
Yeah, I want you to give it to the
Yeah,
people.
free game. But we had we had got some of that later on or early on in one of the other interviews, but basically, like I said, with the LLC, get your name. Either however way you want to do it. Find you a place that's going to allow you to have a car lot if that's what you're choosing to do, but making sure that the car lot has enough adequate space to run as a car lot. And one of the pro tips I'm going to give y'all is that if you do decide to find a car lot or use a space for a car lot, make sure it's either graveled or paved. 3,500 square plus feet of parking space that's fenced in to use as a car lot. And that's Greater Cleveland. I don't know where else, Lorain County or whatever other Summit counties, I don't know what their rules and regulations is. But most of these dealer licenses, well, I'm sorry, not most of them, but the dealer license is coming from Columbus. But every state, not every state, but every city might be different. So don't quote me on that. But yeah, and then the other thing that I know for a fact is now you can get you a open space that may be paved or graveled. You can get you a trailer set on that lot, and the trailer does not even have to have a bathroom or a landline. You can work off your cell phone.
I didn't know that. That's great information.
Yeah.
So how could the people reach you if they wanted to reach you or ask you some questions as far as coming to your car lot? Could you give your address?
Oh yeah.
Your social media pages, please.
Right. People ask me all the time, Mono, somebody asked me for your phone number. Yeah, my phone number is public, man. 216-215-7798. 365 Auto Group, 4522 Warner Road is where I'm located.
And call them during business hours. Don't call them at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning because it's public. He said it was public.
Right. Yeah. If I don't answer, I'm more than likely to call you back. But like I said, if it's during unnecessary hours, you will not get a answer. That's guaranteed.
All right. Yeah, man. So I want to thank you for coming out